Singed Yoglio. I don't think it's going to be very good, but I'm keen. You know what? We're actually starting on this side where I think I have the greatest chance of success. Let's get in it, things. Second channel gamers. Whoop whoop. Any of you guys seen Super Humming? He's like, this one goes out to all my juggalos and juggalettes. Whoop whoop. Fuck this shit. And then he like does a fucking front flip onto like a barbed wire chair or a microwave. And he like seriously hurts himself. Very funny. Maisie once got me a cameo, or she likes to call them a slameo. She spent, I think it was for my birthday, or for, oh no, was it not last Valentine's? Oh shit! Ghosting and ghosting. She got me a cameo, or she calls him a slameo. I'm just gonna stay, man. I can't believe they invaded on that team. I was honestly not really expecting it. But I think it was for last Valentine's Day actually. I think that, I don't know where it is, but yeah, she paid this. She paid Super Humming $50 to say Happy Valentine's Day, was whoop whoop. This one, I think he maybe gave a shout out to the juggalos and the juggalettes out there, and that was like, oh, thank you, Macy. I'm gonna shag you now. Sorry, she's not in. I can say that. She doesn't watch the second channel videos. It's okay. Man, no, what I was going to talk about before the second channel thing. So yeah, Singe Jungle. Sorry, yeah. Oh, when she gets me this Super Humming cameo, and I'm like, I'm gonna have to dick you down. I'm so glad she's not in right now for me saying these words. Dude, I was saying, like, dude, I have a, I don't even know if he's a friend necessarily, but I now almost hate following him on Twitter. He is like a human being who is like perpetually angered by literally everything, man. And like, he's very weird, man. Like, he's a very strange being. I'm gonna neither confirm nor deny that. And David, sorry, I can't. But yeah, you're right. he's so bizarre, man. But I just have to think, man. It must be so tiring to be like constantly angry. It just like really, I don't know, man. He needs to honestly sip on some alien lean and relax after a while. I remember like, dude, so during like the pandemic or whatever, right? If your mind can fly as far back as 2 years ago, or if you lived in a catatonic state, in a state of comatose for like many of us for like those 2 years, like you woke up and it was like March of 2022 and you're like, ah! It was just, you know, like the thing like source dude just trust me, like everything that he posted on Twitter was like the epitome of that sentiment, man. Everything that he posted was like, dude, just trust me. I remember he posted it, he retweeted a thing, and it was like some Australian guy in a park talking about like how like his like wife unfortunately passed away, but that the hospital offered him $6,000 if they could say that the cause of death was like COVID-19 or something. And I was like, and then he was like, this is absurd, this is ridiculous, this is what the government and the hospitals are doing. And I was like, dude, the source is some guy in a park. Are you serious right now? What? This is like the biggest source dude just trust me I've possibly ever seen. It's just some guy in a park who and everybody's just like taking him at his value. Like, did he just hand him a white, like a brown paper envelope with like 6,000 Australian dollars in it, man? It was insane. But he was like really angry about this. He like regularly uses the phrase sheeple, man. He's actually like more. He's become more accustomed. I don't know if he coined the term, but he might have coined the term. And it's so funny. You know, he's like, I think deep down he's a good guy. I think he's just like, he's one of these people that's maybe like, bro, you think like he really needed to jack off more during lockdown. You know what I mean? He really needed to honestly get his rocks off, because he must have been building up for like 2 years, bro. He honestly, I think with some post-nut clarity, that man would have been done. You know what I mean? But something's pent up inside him over those years. But yeah, he's coined the term Silicon Valley, and he will regularly refer to the wrong thing as Silicon Valley. It'll be like some random something about like a hospital where he'll mention Silicon Valley, and I'm like, okay, like Silicon Valley is like what? It's like a tech industry thing, right? So like, what the fuck does like a hospital have to do with this? I guess I don't know. I'm not quite there off the top of my head what the exact example was, but I don't know, man. It was insane. I remember one time it was very funny. He put chocolate dust on a on a coffee, and then like on Twitter he was like, "Have I just discovered something?" And like quite a few people were like, "Yes, you have invented you've invented the cafe mocha." He's like, people were like, "Bro, have you never been to a Starbucks before?" And his like response was like, "No, I don't drink those gay $9 coffees." And I was like, "Oh my god, bro, he's so god, he's so god." It was so funny though. I honestly like, it was like watching prehistoric man invent fire, dude. It was like, a man sprinkles chocolate dust on a coffee and thinks that he invented the cafe mocha. It's so good, man. It's so good. I don't know where you have to be at in your life to think like you invented something here, but like, oh man, oh god, it was his response as well. Like, oh no, how am I supposed to know about like one of the top companies and one of the like top companies on planet Earth? Is like everywhere. Everybody knows what a Starbucks is. I have never walked into that building before. How am I supposed to know like one of the like first drinks you see on a menu is gonna be? Oh man, oh so funny, dude. Oh, I need to blow my nose, man. Oh man, I've never had Starbucks, so I don't know what cafe mocha is. It's a mocha, man. It's just coffee with chocolate dust put on it, bro. It's just coffee with a little. It's like a hot chocolate, but caffeinated kind of. But it doesn't. It's not like as hot chocolate, you know. But like, I mean, let's say like if you took some chocolate dust and put it on a coffee, sprinkle it on a coffee, and you're like, ooh, this is getting nice and chocolatey and coffee. Like, you wouldn't be like, I must have invented this. You wouldn't be like, am I onto something here? Suddenly you're on the phone to like Dragon's Den. You're like, I need to get in front of Alan Sugar. I need to get on Shark Tank immediately because they need to know about this. You know what I mean? Starbucks is, to be fair, expensive, man. I don't know. If I'm like, I want a nice coffee, I want to treat myself to like a nice lunch, I'm like looking at like $15 for a sandwich and a coffee, and I'm like, this is insane. But like, it depends, you know? Just depends. It just depends. Okay, thank God she's not actually attacking me, because I think she'd actually probably beat my ass if she did. Whoop. Oh, that was some shield! David! Where'd that come from, bro? Nice. Good job. I invented the hot dog. Yeah. Imagine, like, taking a piece of bread and putting, like a sausage in between it and being like, am I onto something here? It's so funny, man. It's so funny. I honestly, like, see when it comes to people like that, I'm certain, like, whatever end of the political spectrum you happen to lie in, during pandemic, there's every possibility that one of your friends skewed in the opposite direction of you, quite extremely, either, you know, left, right, up or down, whatever, right? But I don't know, man. I don't really know what to do about that in those situations. Like, I don't really know how to, cause like I've messaged and I'm like, hey man, are you radicalized or something? Like, what's going on here? I don't really know. You kind of just have to laugh, because if you don't, you'll cry. I think that's it. That's it, right? If you don't laugh, you'll cry. No. Alright, this guy has no idea how to play Aurelion Sol. Like, this. This guy has no idea. Oh, man. You're not really missing anything. Have I told you guys a story about me trying to order a bagel in South Korea? It was honestly the worst experiences of my life. I don't know. Have I never told you that story? We don't have Sonic in the UK now. I don't know if I have actually told this story. I've not told the story of me trying to order a Starbucks. Not Starbucks. I think it was in a Starbucks, but I just wanted a bagel. I went into like a Starbucks or a Costa or whatever the hell it was, right? I was in Gangnam in South Korea. Having a blast. I went to the Gangnam statue. Very epic, right? Super duper epic. But hold on a minute. Hold on. I'm actually cooking right now. Okay, I'm not cooking. So anyway, I was in Gangnam and then went to a Starbucks and it was like quite busy. This must have been like a Saturday or something at like 1 p.m. So you can imagine like one of the busiest places in Seoul, in all of Korea, on the corner of a busy street. I went in and I was like, okay, the trip to Korea was like a little bit, it wasn't planned, so I did not prepare one single iota of Korean to go to Korea, right? Like we were in Tokyo, we're in Japan, and it was like $70 for a return flight to Incheon Airport, right? So I was, and we were like, so the night before, we're like, hey, there's things on this flight. Do you guys want to go? And I was like, it's a 45-minute flight to Incheon Airport. Like we can spend 2 days in Korea. It's like $100 a night for an Airbnb that will hold. This is in the before times, by the way. I don't know if you get this anymore, but yeah, it's like if we all chip in like $150 each, we can get a 5-6 man Airbnb plus our flights, all that together. And I was like, you know what? Screw it. Let's go to Korea. So I prepared zero Korean, did not know a word, and then so I go into the Starbucks. And I just want something to eat because I'm very, very hungry. So I go like, oh, can I get bagel, please? And then the guy behind the counter just says, just take it, in English. And I was like, so you know like those things that are like, they're like glass cabinets, but the glass is on the front, so you can see all the goods that are inside it, but you can't touch them. The person behind the counter can grab the stuff and give it to you. And he said, just take it. And I was like, I can't. There's glass. And he was like, just take it. And I was like, I can't grab it. And he was looking at me so weird. He's just like, just take it. And I ended up like scratching, bro. I ended up like scratching at the glass. Like, I can't. Look, I'm standing there going, look, I can. I'm crouched down. I'm scratching at the glass, like clawing at this bagel behind some glass. Like, I can't take it. Eventually, he finally picks it up. I turn around, there's like 30 angry looking Korean people who are waiting to get their coffee for the day, man. And I'm like, oh crap, man. It's like this dumbass foreigner comes in, he doesn't understand how bagels work, man. But I was like, how am I the moron here, man? Did he forget that it's like, the glass isn't open on my side? He spent too long in the system. He spent too long behind the glass. He doesn't even get it, man. He doesn't get it. I was like, I was so tilted, man. I was so tilted. Are you gonna flash this, or like, what are you planning on doing here? I see. Cool. We got flash at you. That's kind of what the plan was. It was so unbelievable. Just the fact that he obviously spoke some English, because he said just take it, and I was like, I can't take it. There's glass, and he was just like, just take it. What does this mean? What are you talking about, man? Just take it. I was like, I can't just take it, man. I can't. I wish I could. He knew enough to say like just take it. It's like that scene from like Family Guy where it's like the road to whatever, and it's like, wait a minute, this guy speaks English. He's like, no, just that last sentence and this one following it. That's the only things that I speak. Yeah, well, I got the money for the blue buff, bozo. That's all I was after. That's what I was going for. Would you like anything from the shop, Ross? I'll be home soon. I will have one vaporizer. Like I'm good for like juice. Maybe some water. That'd be good. That'd be lovely. I think that's it though. Thank you though. Appreciate it. Just take it. I honestly that will haunt me forever. Yeah, I can still visualize that in my head, and also the old Korean women that spat in my direction as well. For kind of not getting in her way, but walking parallel to her, not parallel to her, oncoming. I was like in oncoming traffic, walking towards her. Yes, please, Maisie. Yes, please. That was it. Korea was lovely though. I had a great time. I was they don't, I gotta say, like, Tokyo and also Korea, like Seoul, were very weird about like larger people. Do you know what I mean? Like my mate Terry is a big lad. Like he's a big British balloon of a person, man. He is ginormous in every ratio. And like we got into like a taxi in like Seoul, and then like the taxi driver just leaned over to Terry and started rubbing his belly and smiling at him. And Terry, I presume Terry didn't know what to do, so he just went over and started rubbing the taxi driver's belly. So I'm sat in the back of a car, like, whilst two people are rubbing each other's bellies, like, kind of like, are we gonna go on, or are we just gonna sit here for a bit, rub each other's bellies, or like, what's happening, you know? Like, I don't know. I guess that was a good way of diffusing the situation, but I was like, why are you rubbing his belly, man? Why? And then Terry starts rubbing his belly, and I'm like, what? We got places to be, man. I don't know. Maybe it was like for good luck or something. For some reason, Terry just the Koreans just got him and he got them. Like, you'd say something, granted in English, to somebody who was like, you know, like a Korean person, and they wouldn't understand you. But then Terry would say the exact same thing in English again, and then they would be like, ah, I get it. And it was like he had like some weird, like, he had like a translation device implanted in his brain. He just got them, man, and they got him. They understood him perfectly. They didn't understand me, but they understood him. So he was just like, I don't know, man. I don't know what was going on. He was quite happy. He was quite comfortable there. I've got no idea. It's like he spoke a secret language or something, man. It wasn't Korean. It was like English too or something. I don't know. But they really liked him over there. I don't know. Me, not so popular. I was more popular in Japan. I sat down in Kabukicho in a small bar. There's probably like 9 or 10 seats. And I sat down next to a man called Akida. And then I sat down and he turned to me and he put his phone in front of me and he said, "Which one do you like?" And in front of me was a phone that had a big catalogue of Japanese porn on it. So I just pointed at a random one, and then he said, "Ah, good choice. I like blonde hair white women." And I was like, well, I'm like 2 of those things, I guess. So I guess that's why you're interested in me. He was a nice gentleman. He kept turning to me and he would go, and I'd be like, all right, come here. Let's get him a little smooch. That was the most fun thing about being over there, man. I really thought, I was like, I want to be a tourist. I want to be like a loser tourist. But then we just kept going for like drinks, and we kept going out, like having nice drinks and meeting people. And I was like, you know what? Actually, this is way better. Bro, I can't move, man. Oh my god. There was just constant slows all over the board there. That was tough. I'm 4-4. I had a positive KD prior to that, man. What the hell? Are we getting our asses beat this game, or like are we winning? It's hard to tell. I thought we were winning, but I'm adding up all the kills and the deaths and stuff, and I'm like, Weir wasn't hard. Yeah, I can see that now, based on the fact that they're inner base. I just never saw it coming because I had no idea. I never got, I'd like to say, I never got refused the bagel. I eventually got my bagel, and you know what? It was the driest garbage I've ever had the misfortune of putting into my mouth, man. It was absolutely god-awful. It was like an almond bagel or something like that. I can't remember. It looked nice, and it sounded nice. It was the driest thing I've ever had. I put it in my mouth, and I thought I was like, literally just going to die of dehydration, right, standing right there and then. I mean, bro, you're not getting away from me, man. You understand that, right? Unless you do that. Unless your entire team cover for you. Oh, my fucking God. Bro, come on. There we go. Shut. Why did I stand by? I got hit with the Aurelian so we. Can't believe I spent 3.5 seconds there, CC, and all I did was run a damn straight line. What happened? Let me blow my nose again. 1 second, sorry. Listen, I am of the mindset, and you're gonna hate this because you disagree with it. You said you got refused a pancake because it was on the kids menu. I will say, if something's on the kids menu and you try to order it as an adult, I would argue that it's probably fair enough that you don't get it. I'm sorry. That's a comically long toilet paper. Yeah, because I blow my nose a lot, so I'm like, I'll get a bunch. It's not something you want to hear, but it's something you need to hear. I'm sorry. What's your game plan here, Chief? Beep, boop, beep. Beep, boop, beep, boop. Okay. Did you use your taunt, or did you just get CC'd that hard that you didn't even get a chance to use it? Because I was like, I was waiting for you to use it, but then it never came out. I thought maybe you may be able to get out of that one. It's okay, I'm not planning on going in anyway. My enemy team are kind of cranking. I didn't expect this difficult a game. Okay, I'm gonna go back. Alright, get me soaked up, daddy. I'm getting like stuck on everything here, man. Okay. Managed to clear some of the trouble here, but still. You've made a great enemy this day. Listen, I'm sorry, man, but it's just... I don't know, because you could argue, like, well, if a kid comes in and they're like, sorry, we gave the last pancake to a 30-year-old man child who came in here earlier who was, like, really hankering for a pancake but couldn't actually go to an actual damn designated pancake place, man. Ah! Sorry, this game's... Oh, my God, bro. They have... How many traps? How many? How many do you need? Ah! Oh, you fucked up now, bozo. Please stop fighting, man. Come on. Come on. Jesus. Man, those traps were triggering faster than I've ever seen a Caitlyn trap triggering in my entire life, bro. It was insane. It's like I'm perfectly like they're like they're SES, man. Like I'm running down here, I've got like Yorick firing things over the wall to like even things to just knock me slightly to block me off. They got 4 people waiting in this bush. You got Silas, Aurelian, Saul, Yorick, and Caitlyn all waiting with traps down ready. I'm just trying to chase a Caitlyn who's on 100 HP, right? Not even that. Less than that. Not even worth committing resources to. But there's a gen trap right there. Trap there. Trap there. Trap there. Trap there. Dude, I'm like, fucking grow up, man. Stop. Enough. We get it, man. Just go down. You fought hard, but you got 100 HP, man. I ain't letting you go. Sorry. Makes you respect players who just go, I'm dead. You snooze, you lose, kid. I mean, that's a fair, I guess, a fair point to make, I presume. I guess, you know, fair enough. Nah, bro. Okay, I got him apparently. I'm winning. Just gotta punch my way out of this one. This is insanely sad, man. That's insanely sad. That's insanely sad. That's insanely sad. 663. Honestly, I think I did alright. I think I did okay. Did my best. We are fighting hard for this. Winnable, you have heart soon. Well, he's got 4 attacks off of Heartsteel since he got it, so I'm gonna go ahead and say he's probably not stacking as well as it could be, which is fair enough, I suppose. Keep fighting. Just keep fighting. Never rest. Never rest. Bro, I'm sorry, but it's just not. It's not happening here. Ah! I wanted to kill you. Go. GG, well played. If they say so. If they say so. Oh man, that game started like pretty solidly, and then I don't know what happened, man. Things just went to hell in a handbasket. I don't know. I'll be honest. I think I tangented for the almost a full thing there. That was probably my bad. Cause I caught me off guard big time there. Caught me off guard.